as Aluad, and this time, we invite you to see beyond the surface.
I'm just Belo. This isn't just an art exhibit, it's an experience.
Each piece you'll see holds not just beauty, but burden. Not just color, but emotion. And today, we are opening the doors to stories often left unspoken.
We sit down with these collectors who found the pieces of their bones in these artworks. Through their stories, we uncover meaning beyond what meets the eye.
So stay with us and let us begin this journey where silence speaks and every brush strokes holds a truth.
Good day, I'm Gina.
My name is Kaye.
My name is Camille. Hi, I'm Jamela. Hi, I'm Tricia.
Good day, Miss Tricia. It is truly a pleasure to have you here with us. Now we see that your chosen piece is Christina's Work by Wyeth, a painting that has captivated so many over the years with its haunting beauty and underlying themes. Can you tell us more about what you do to this particular artwork?
Okay, so Christina's World is a 1948 painting by Wyeth. It's about his neighbor Christina Olson, who had a muscle condition. She chose to crawl instead of using a wheelchair showing strength and independence. Wyeth's style is personal and realistic. He captures Christina's story in a way that feels very honest and intimate.
That is such an insightful explanation, Ms. Tricia. I'm curious, when you look at a piece like this, what elements do you think are most important in showing someone's resilience or inner struggle?
The painting shows a woman lying in a dry field facing faraway house. Her pink dress pops out from the muted colors, and the distance between her and the house shows a gap between expectations and what she really can do. Even though she is lying down, there is still a quiet strength. The textures and light make the scene feel real, and the dry, brittle looks reflects on her struggles. It's a quiet, haunting, and deeply personal piece.
It is certainly hauntingly beautiful, Miss Tricia. I'd like to know, on a personal level, what does this painting mean to you?
For me, Christina's World isn't just a pastoral scene. It's a powerful reflection of the quiet, often visible struggle many faces, especially the woman, the sick, and the disabled. Christina's prone figure is in the vast, open fields reminds us how society can expect impossible strength and resilience without recognizing the cost. There is no applause for her journey. There is no reward on her determinations. Just the expectations that she could keep going no matter how difficult. This painting challenges us to reconsider how we define strength, and it reminds us that perseverance, even in small, quiet ways, is a profound act of courage.
Ms. Tricia, your insights into Christina's silent determination highlight the extraordinary strength found in enduring unseen burdens and societal expectations.
And speaking of endurance, our next piece takes us into the world of mythology, where we witness the ultimate struggle against the unending burden.
This one really caught our eye. It's bold, it's powerful, and it definitely leaves a lasting impression. For our next collector, Mr. Regino, can you tell us more about the background of this piece?
Of course, this is Sisyphus by Tricia, painted around 1548 during the Renaissance in Venice. Tricia loved telling stories from Greek myths, and this painting shows Sisyphus, who was forced to push giant boulder uphill forever, only for it to roll back down. It's a symbol of impossible task and a heavy burden of expectations.
That's a fascinating background, Mr. Gino. We will look at Titian's work. How do you think he uses elements like light, shadow, composition, or even the figure's posture and expression to make us truly feel the burden and the endless nature of Sisyphus' struggles?
Actually, you can feel the strain. Sisyphus' muscles are tense, his back is bent, and his feet dig as he pushes the boulder. It looks like it could crush him. The dark background adds the feeling of being trapped and alone. Tricia uses a light up and shadow highlights the power of the moment. This realistic texture of Sisyphus' skin, the stone and the shadow make you feel the weight, sweat, and endless struggle.
That vivid description really brings Sisyphus' struggle to life. On a personal level, what feelings or thoughts that this painting stir in you?
Sisyphus, for me, is a perfect picture of someone weighed down by expectations that can never truly be met. We all have our own boulders to push. Titian will speak to that invisible emotion weight, the kind we carry every single day, and no one else can see. The painting makes me think about how society often praises strength and endurance, but doesn't really see the mental toll of constantly being expected to perform, to succeed, or to just keep going without any real rest. Sisyphus become more than just a myth of punishment. It's a reflection of what it feels like to live under that kind of constant, heavy pressure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Regino. Your interpretation of Sisyphus and his struggle really brings to light those invisible, often unspoken pressures we all carry.
It is such a powerful metaphor. The boulders we all carry through life, invisible yet heavy. Now, our next collector offers us a glimpse into another kind of burden, the quiet toll of aging and solitude.
Hello, Miss Kaye. This piece really stands out with its raw emotion and poignant betrayal. Could you please share with us the story behind it?
So this painting is The Old Guitarist by Pablo Picasso. He made it between 1903 and 1904 during his blue period. So at this time, Picasso was going through deep sadness and financial struggles, especially after a friend's death. And in this painting, Picasso wanted to show real emotions and social issues, focusing on people society often ignores, like the poor, blind, and elderly, and asking us to really see their struggles.
Ms. Kaye, the way you describe Picasso's blue period really helps us understand the deep emotional weight behind this painting. Could you elaborate on how Picasso's use of posture, color, and composition work together to tell this man's story?
So Picasso really draws us into the man's world. He shows a frail, blind man hunched over his guitar, lost in music. The man's not just tired, he's worn down by a lifetime of expectations he couldn't meet anymore. The blue tones make us feel his sadness and isolation, while the warm brown of the guitar stands out like a small comfort or escape. It's a reminder that even in despair, art can bring meaning. The empty background adds to the sense that he's cut off from the world, burdened by life and expectations.
That's such a moving interpretation, Miss Kaye. On personal level, what thoughts or feelings has this piece stirred in you?
So when I see The Old Guitarist, I don't just feel sadness, I feel deep exhaustion. It makes me think about how society judges people by success and often forgets those who can't keep up. The painting shows the invisible weight of past expectations and how that can wear a person down. It reminds me we should treat the elderly and struggling with empathy and respect, recognizing the heavy, silent burdens they carry throughout life.
Ms. Kaye, your empathy for the old guitarist truly brings to life the quiet suffering so many endure in silence, the weight of unfulfilled expectations, the heaviness of invisible burdens.
Indeed. Now we move from the universal to the deeply personal as we explore work that plays spirit, the raw intensity of physical pain and emotional struggle.
For our next collector, Ms. Camille, could you introduce us to this work and share why it resonates so powerfully with you?
So The Broken Column is a deeply personal painting by Frida Kahlo from 1944, made after severe spinal surgery from a serious bus accident in her youth. It reflects her intense physical pain and medical struggles. Her Mexican heritage and experience as a disabled woman shaped this power raw work.
When we look closely at the broken column, we see so many striking choices. Could you please explore how these elements work together to convey her personal pain?
Frida uses powerful symbolism in this painting. The broken column replaces her spine, showing fragility. The nails piercing her skin represent the constant pressure she endured. The barren background amplifies the feeling of isolation. Her direct gaze challenges the viewers, demanding recognition of her pain and strength. The vivid colors and raw imagery combine to create the intense, honest portrayal of suffering and resilience, breaking conversion about how women and pain are depicted in art.
On a one more personal level, what does the broken column mean to you, and how does it resonate with your own experience, and what emotions or reflections does it spark in you when you look at it?
When I look at the broken column, I don't just see pain. I see a woman who is constantly expected to be strong no matter the cost. The painting captures the experience of trying to hold yourself together even when you feel like you're breaking inside. It's a powerful reminder that true strength isn't about hiding our struggles. It's about recognizing the carrying expectations shouldn't come at the cost of our well-being or authentic self.
Miss Camille, your powerful insight into the broken column reinforced the idea that true strength can be found even in our most vulnerable moments.
A truly powerful message, Jazz. And now, for our final piece, we turn to an image that has echoed across generations, a raw and haunting portrait of inner chaos erupting into a universal scream.
Good day, Miss Jamela. This art is one of the most recognizable and impactful painting in the art history. Can you tell us more about its background?
So, Edvard Munch, the scream captured a raw, universal moment of existential terror and isolation. Painted in 1893 amid the upheaval of industrializing Europe, it channels the anxiety of a world in flux and the fragility of a human psyche. Moon's swirling sky and distorted figure vividly express that overwhelming, almost unbearable sensation of inner turmoil, what he called the infinite scream.
It's striking how Munch captured such an intimate, overwhelming emotions,
Yet made it feel universal.
something so many of us can relate to even today.
Ma'am, how do you think Munch uses these visual elements, the colors, the lines, the composition, to make the viewer feel that sense of inner chaos and existential fear?
So, the scream is a raw and powerful expression of inner turmoil. The figure's twisted face and open mouth convey a desperate release, an emotional scream against a world that often ignores or dismisses individual suffering. The swirling lines and intense colors mirror the overwhelming chaos inside the mind, while the distant, indifferent figures in the background symbolize society's failure to see the way others can. Much bold distortion of space and form pulls us into the storm of anxiety, making us feel the profound isolation and helplessness behind the screen.
The Scream is such an universal, recognized piece. From your personal perspective, what does this painting reveal about the weight of expectations and why it's so significant?
So, for me, the scream is about someone who's finally reached their breaking point after being forced to appear okay for too long. The figure's silent scream feels like all the battle of emotions they were never allowed to express. I really connect with that feeling when school, family, and society's expectations just pile up until you can hold it in anymore. Munch painting is a powerful reminder that vulnerability isn't weakness. It's human, and expression is necessary even when the world isn't ready to hear it.
These paintings reminds us that expectations may not always be visible, but their weight is very real. They shape our lives in ways we often don't fully realize that affects our minds, our bodies, and our hearts.
But through art, we are given a voice for the unspoken, a way to express that words sometimes can capture. This work reminds us to pause and look a little deeper, to ask what stories lies beneath the surface and the people around us and ourselves.
And maybe, just maybe, by recognizing those invisible pressures, we can start to release them.
Thank you for joining us in this meaningful journey. We hope that this inspires our screen to look beyond the surface, not just in art,